All right, what's up, guys? So, I might be doing this tier list thing wrong, but I was requested to do a tier list by Dr. Fun 7. Shout out to Dr. Fun 7. I appreciate any and all suggestions from anybody on my friends list or on my subscribers list or in the community for me to do. Dr. Fun, very good player, very cool guy to play games with. We ran some tonight. Well, ran one tonight. He beat the shit out of me with a Cabal. But I was hopping off because it's 4 o'clock in the morning. But he's like, hey, I got a video idea. You should do a tier list. And I'm like, you know what? That's not a bad idea because that's something that my friends and I talk about, people and I talk about in the community. So here I am. Here's my tier list. I'm going to go through each character individually. I'm going to talk about why they are where they are, why things are the way things are. And then you guys can get pissed off in the comment section. Isn't that how these things always occur? Anyway, now a lot of people are like, hey, you need to put your characters in the tier list as you do the video. That way people just don't see it, dismiss it. I would rather people who are going to dismiss my word and not talk about it just see it, go, fuck this guy, and then leave. I'd rather that happen. The reason I'd rather that happen is because I don't feel like dealing with just abhorrent toxicity. So without further ado, let's get into it. S tier. So, of course, are you surprised? Cabal, Human Smoke, and Ermac. I don't think I really need to explain, why they are the way they are. But to just give an idea for people who might not be familiar, the reason Cabal is the best of the best is because Cabal is kind of like a game general. He dictates the match the minute somebody picks him. Cabal has very good normals, very decent damage to very good damage, depending on the situations that are there. And he also he also makes it to where you can't do any type of jumping. So, to my knowledge, Cabal doesn't have a way to punish sweep on block. However, Cabal can completely make it to where you're not allowed to jump. My joke is when there is a good Cabal player, no jumping, no fun. Because anytime you jump, you're getting spun. And that's between 49 and 52, 3% damage, depending on how good somebody is at doing combos. So you can already imagine 2 mistakes, you're dead. And that's the same thing with Human Smoke. Human Smoke is 2 mistakes and you're dead. He is very fast. He's got the quickest walk speed in UMK3 Arcade, revision 1.2 and below. He does not have the quickest in WaveNet. That goes to Noob Saibot, but we're not going to talk about it. However, he is a faster Scorpion, and he has a pop-up. And again, if you need to explain, a pop-up is just a combo that ends in putting your opponent in the air to where you can get additional damage via juggles. All right. Human Smoke is a 2-touch character. If you make 2 mistakes on Human Smoke, you are dead. So, pretty self-explanatory why he's number 2. Ermac, now, I mean, it's pretty well regarded that Ermac is number 3. I could make a case and take him and swap him and put him in number 2. Not number 1. Number 2, Ermac is a 1-touch character. Ermac can kill off of 1 touch. He's got 100% combos, and he can do it with a block sweep. I am probably, this is going to be something that's going to piss a lot of people off, but I feel that Ermac is better than Human Smoke. Human Smoke has an air throw, and Human Smoke can kind of do, no jumping shenanigans with his air throw. But if you make a good enough read with Ermac and you do an air-to-air, the least amount of damage that you're going to get from that is 40%, and the most amount can go all the way up to 80%. And if you can push somebody into the corner doing that, you could potentially get 100%. Ermac is a character that threatens damage at all times. Very fun character. He's my personal main character. I think it's time to elevate him to the second best character in the game. I don't think he's better than Cabal. but I do think he's better than Human Smoke. Go ahead, argue with me. I do not care. There's a reason why, there's so many Ermacs popping up. There's a reason why some of the best players, if not the best players in the world, all play or all have a pocket Ermac. It's because he's that damn good. And a lot of them will forego playing Human Smoke to play Ermac. It's just he's that damn good. He's the real deal, you guys. All right, top of A tier, I got Melina. Now, might be another contentious thing. A lot of people might consider Katana better, but Melina and Katana kind of have an Ermac Human Smoke thing going. Melina has a really good pop-up. Melina also has really good damage. Melina and Katana are kind of homogenized with their run jabs. They have very good jabs, very good reach. They can corner jab infinite, either slow or fast jab or double jab. Very good pressure. But Melina has the ability to, and you're gonna hear me bring this up a lot, and you're gonna be like, why don't you just put all of the people who can punish sweeps on block, in the top tiers? And that's just not how it goes. But when you have the ability to basically remove a tool from your opponent, like such as jumping or sweeping, it's a big deal. Couple that with a lot of other things that the character might have, it's gonna just put them higher in the tier list. Katana and Melina both have very good instant air fireballs. Albeit Melina's is easier to do. You just hold high punch, hit up, let go of high punch. The timing can be a little tricky, whereas Katana, you have to do, you can do kind of like a forward, up, forward, low punch, high punch to get an instant air fan. But regardless, they both have the ability to do an instant air fireball. But there's something that Katana suffers from that Melina really doesn't suffer from, and that's Katana. Katana's able to do big damage punishes, right? She can easily get 50 to 70% off of a block teleport as long as she has corner. But Katana has damage protection on her lift. So when you lift somebody, damage protection kicks in. There's not really a way to forego damage protection like you can with Cabal's spin by letting somebody fall out of the spin to, basically reset damage protection, which is just Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3's community's way of saying damage scaling. Melina's better than Katana just for the simple fact that Melina has better rushdown and Melina can do everything that Katana can do. But it doesn't mean that Katana's a bad character, because she's fifth best character in the game. Katana, again, same things as Melina, very good rushdown. It's just Melina kind of does everything better than Katana. And for my Marvel heads out there who will know exactly what I'm talking about, comparing Katana and Melina, Melina would be Magneto, Katana would be Iron Man. Iron Man, good character, can do infinites, everything else, but Magneto can do everything Iron Man could do, just better, faster. And that's the same thing with Melina. Can do everything Katana can do, just better, faster. Okay, we have Nightwolf. Nightwolf is next. There's only one way to play Nightwolf, and it's just complete unga bunga rushdown. Turn your brain off, start smacking buttons, do the combos, do the thing, do the damage. Nightwolf is very good. Nightwolf has very easy damage on everything that he does. So his charge does great damage. Nightwolf is a very good scrub, just a scrub beater. You can pick Nightwolf and shoulder charge over and over again. He's very fast. A lot of things that he do, a lot of things that he does is safe on block. He's just overall a rushdown machine. Very good damage. I consider him to be a good counter pick to Cabal. In my opinion, I feel that Nightwolf wins the matchup against Cabal. I wouldn't exactly say it's a 6-4. I would say maybe like a 5.5, which, a lot of people say that doesn't make sense, but it does in the grand scheme of things. If you were to break it down, I feel that Nightwolf wins the matchup against Cabal. All right, we have Sonya. So there isn't really much to say about Sonya. Sonya is a lot like Nightwolf in the regards of she's a rushdown character. She has very good jabs, very good rush down, and she has an unpunishable sweep. Yeah, you wouldn't think that we're going to talk about that. Sonya is one of three characters, to my knowledge, I believe there's only three. She's one of three characters who cannot be punished when they sweep. So she can sweep and get away with it. So she's always going to have that tool. And her sweep is very, very fast. So it's a very good tool in footsies. And you can just spam it. You can spam sweep, and it's a viable thing. You can literally Mortal Kombat 2 with Sonya, and it's viable. She's got really good damage. So when you are pressuring with her, she has very good damage into her pop-up, and then she can juggle. She can do an anti-air high punch into a jump kick into legs, and then legs get scaled ungodly. However, that's another thing is legs do about 20% damage unscaled raw. That's a lot of damage. And I might be highballing legs, but I believe it's 20% damage. I believe 5 of them will kill you. And that's kind of nuts. Sindel is a very good character. Sindel has some of the best juggles in the game with, the ability to do 3 to 4 screams. I've never seen 4 screams until last tournament when Detroit Ballin was during Grand Casuals was hitting me with 4 screams. I've never seen someone do that. But she also has an infinite that is very, very difficult to pull off. You basically have to catch somebody in a juggle, be in the corner, and then go into her flight, cancel her flight with block, do a high punch, and then repeat. And you basically have to do the sequence very fast, and you're almost plinking block with high punch, and then doing the motion, which I believe it's back, forward, low kick or high kick. I don't play Sindel, but yeah, it's insane. She has an infinite, not a viable infinite if you're a normal human being, but if you're like no slap or you're Detroit Ballin or you're Goku Ren, I guess it is normal for you to pull it off. We have Scorpion. This is my personal opinion. I feel that Scorpion is very, very good. If you don't believe me, go ahead and play Detroit Ballin, and your opinion will be changed. I feel like Scorpion can do everything Human Smoke can do outside of pop-up damage. Scorpion's not a two-touch character. However, Scorpion has the same threats that Human Smoke does. He kind of controls the airspace with his air throw. He has the ability to punish sweeps with spear. And he also, he just has simple enough damage. In a right punish situation, Scorpion can do right around 53% damage. But most of the time, he's hitting you with 28 to 33%, which it is what it is. But I feel like he's just a watered down version of Human Smoke. It's not so much a Katana Molina situation, but he's still a very good character. He deserves to be where he's at. He's got the, ninja hitbox, which a lot of people think is a detriment. It's not. He's got great run jabs. He's got great glitch jabs, great anti-air high punches. He's just overall a well-rounded good character. Same with Reptile. Reptile has the benefits of everything that I just said in terms of the hitbox for ninjas, but Reptile plays different. He's got a pop-up. He's got some of the best, if not the best, zoning tools in the game with his force balls, his acid spit, and he has a slide. His slide is slow as hell, but I mean, he has it, so I guess it's a tool. He can punish sweep on block with slide. Same thing with both Sub-Zeros. That is something that they can do. And I'm not sure if you can punish Sonya, Kano, and Jax with slide. Might be able to, but that's something I'm going to have to lab. I don't think you can, but you might be able to. But regardless, he can punish sweeps with slide. He's not getting 100% combos like Ermac. He's not getting, 50 to 70% combos like Human Smoke. He's not getting 40% combos like, Scorpion, or 30 rather. But he's still, he's still punishing something on block, which is good. He has an infinite on a large majority of the cast, albeit it is a executionally heavy infinite. He has it though. Let's go into B tier. Okay, now we're gonna start getting to kind of like the lulls of Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 with characters. You're gonna see You know, you're going to see what separates A from B, B from C, and then ultimately when we get to D, you're going to see why those are the characters in D tier. But B tier, I'm just going to go ahead and talk about Jax and Kano at the same time. They have a lot of the same tools. They have unpunishable sweeps. They both have air throws that are very, very good. They both have very good rush down, very good damage, very good projectiles. I have Jax over Kano. A lot of people have Kano over Jax because Kano has a pop up. Kano has the ability to relaunch people. However, Jax has the ability to be very, very oppressive. Jax only really suffers against teleporting characters, and that's really only Ermac, Smoke, and Scorpion. He doesn't really suffer against Robot Smoke or Kung Lao. But Jax has the ability to either keep you at a distance across the screen with his auto combo, or he can end the second to last hit of his auto combo into a sweep. It combos, it does the same amount of damage, and it keeps you right next to Jax, so he can pressure more and be in your face. Jax can play a very good rushdown game, and he has insane corner combos. Jax is a very good character. Not to mention, he's got an unblockable ground pound. You can lead into some shenanigans with that. You can force situations with it, but again, against a teleporting character, it's not really an option. Same with his missile and his double missile. Against Smoke, Ermac, Scorpion, he's going to get punched in the back of the head. But it's there, they're options. Kano, he has really good, really good pressure, just like Jax. He's got 3 different pop-ups. He's got, low kick, high punch, high kick, high punch, or I'm sorry, he's got low kick, low punch, high kick, low punch, and then he's got high kick, down, low punch, down, high punch, whatever the fuck. He's got the goddamn human smoke pop-ups, and then he has the C sub pop-up of high punch, down, low punch, down, high punch. It's almost 5 in the morning, guys. Give me a break. Let's go and talk about Kung Lao. Kung Lao is a very good character. I got him second to last in B tier. Kung Lao has an infinite. Kung Lao has very good pokes. He's got a decent enough projectile with Hat, even though Hat's not good, not bad. He's got an okay teleport. Jax, Human Smoke, Kano, Robot Smoke, they invalidate his teleport, but he's got a teleport that leads into his big auto combo. Auto combo with a jump in does 40 plus damage, 40% plus damage. And again, he's got a mid screen and a corner infinite off of his spin. And if somebody is very good with Kung Lao, if you jump at him, he can hit you with that infinite, and then all of a sudden, he'll hit you with the spin. You're in the infinite, you're in the blender, and you're just getting twisted, and ain't nothing you can do about it but hold that L and then wait for the next round, and don't make that mistake again. Robot Smoke can punish, sweeps again with Spear. He can punish sweeps on block with Spear. He's got a decent teleport, except here we're going to fall into basically just a lot of characters that have good tools, but they have just detriments to them. I'm almost inclined to move Robot Smoke down to C tier, which I think we're going to do that. Robot Smoke just has the robot hitbox. He's huge. He can be relaunched by everybody. He has, his pokes are okay. His run jabs are okay. He doesn't really have good range on his, standing high punch or his standing low punch. So, you don't really have to fear jumping at him and getting anti-air high punched. It can still happen, but it's not like a ninja where you have to fear it. He just, overall, the robots, they suffer from just a big hitbox and just clunky normals. And then, he can punish sweeps on block, but he doesn't get a ton of damage out of it. He only gets about 37% with big combo. He can't spear into just a giant juggle. If he jumps, the spear, gets invalidated. If he does teleport, the spear gets invalidated. So there's not really anything, he can do. So that's why, I'm moving him down to C tier. And we got C sub, we have U sub. You can interchange them. I have C sub better than U sub, just for the simple fact that C sub has the benefit of the ninja hitboxes. He has the benefit of a relaunch on a large majority of the cast. There's only a few characters that he can't. You can look up Big's video for that. Big goes over that. He even goes into detail, you know, if you need glitch cancel to relaunch some of the characters or not. I recommend finding the chart, saving it, and just studying it, and then playing some C-Sub. He's an incredibly fun character to play. C-Sub probably has the best counter to glitch jabs in the game with ground freeze. So if you have somebody who's just sitting there glitch jabbing, you can run in, you can ground freeze, and they're open up for a combo. Just don't try it on Cabal, because Cabal can spin on reaction to you trying to ground freeze. U-Sub is a decent character, does decent damage. He's a hide and seek character, so a lot of people like to hide behind Ice Clone. They don't really like to get in people's faces. He's a very frustrating character to play against, because even at low levels, you just have to deal with the annoyance of having a wall put in front of you that can just guarantee a free combo. And C-Sub's doing between 30, 28, 30%, every single time you hit that. So here we go. I bet a lot of people are like, I've been skipping this video to wait for this. What the fuck? Why is Shiva better than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 characters? Because she is. I would even put Shiva higher, but I can't. Shiva is a very good character, and I don't care what anybody says. I'm tired of the propaganda against Shiva. Shiva has the best standing high kick in the game. It is probably one of the best anti-airs to just kick people and go, no, you don't get to jump. You don't get to jump at me. Her glitch jabs are very good in the fact that she's a very tall character, so she can stand there and punch. And if she connects with 2 anti-air high punches, she can go into some pretty funny juggles. She can go into a funny reset into her unblockable stomp, or she can even do 2 anti-air high punches, I believe, into fireball into unblockable ground pound, and that's pretty guaranteed, I believe. I think only maybe the teleporters can get out of that. Shiva also has probably the most damaging auto combo in the game. She does 50% off of a jump in and for her full auto combo. So very, very good damage. I'm not buying the Shiva hate. Shiva also has a mix-up off of her throw. She can kind of do a left-right mix-up, but she can also combo off of her throw, and she can do kind of shenanigans with her stomp after a throw to just guarantee a lot of damage. Shiva's a good character. Again, I don't buy the hype. She also has a pop-up, and I believe she might have a relaunch. I'm not too certain, but again, Shiva, not saying that she's top 5, but she's not as bad as people always say she is. Jade has Katana and Melina's normals. Jade has very good run jabs. However, Jade really doesn't have damage. Jade has a big combo, and she can be like Jax. She can forego the last hit of her punch combo to sweep. She's got a big combo that does right around 34 to 37% damage. I don't remember the exact numbers. And then she has a bunch of projectiles, and then she has her projectile invincible move that she does where she's like flashing white. I see a lot of pros try to pick her up and make her work and try to work her like they did with Melina and Katana. It doesn't work, because she doesn't really have anything to necessarily. It's not necessarily that you can just get free jumps on her, but she doesn't really have anything to kind of calm jumps down. And if she happens to anti-air high punch you, she doesn't get a lot of damage. And same thing with when she blocks a teleport, she doesn't have the ability to get a lot of damage. But she does have the Katana and Melina jabs. So she has the ability to do that run jab pressure, but it doesn't make her, a super viable character. And then at the bottom of C tier, we got Striker. Striker's a good character. He's got an infinite. He's got really good zoning tools. It's just Striker has a move, Baton Sweep. It's negative on hit. Leaves him open for an eternity on block. Striker's moves, the majority of Striker's moves on whiff are very, very punishable. Gun, bombs, blocking his baton throw puts him into the punish juggle state, so he can be literally juggled and killed or high damage comboed by a lot of the characters in this cast. The only thing Stryker really has going for him is the fact that he has a janky hitbox while he's crouching. He can't be run jabbed by a large majority of the cast. The females can do it, the robots can do it. However, the caveat, he can't run jab in return. So that's why he's kind of at the bottom. He's a big tool of this game is being able to run jab and pressure people that want to turtle and block, and he just can't do it the minute somebody starts crouching. Now we're going to get into the D tier. We got Cyrex, Sector, Liu Kang, and Shang Tsung. And that's the order. I'm not changing it. These are your bottom 4 characters. They are all bad. They all suffer from things that make them bad characters. I know at some point in the video I said, not every character is bad, or, there's not really bad characters, but these are bad characters. Cyrex, it's a joke in the community that Cyrex is a hidden tier when No Slap picks him, because No Slap can do the infinite over and over again, but you can also watch people literally adjust to No Slap's playing style and then completely invalidate Cyrex. It's a character that has an uphill battle no matter what. Yes, he can get really good damage. Technically every combo with bomb is a reset, so damage is reset, damage is high, but it's not enough to make him any better, and he's really a difficult character to pick up and play. Not a character I would ever recommend playing for somebody who's brand new. And even, a veteran player, the minute somebody picks him up, they're going to want to learn the Cyrex Infinite, and it's just not something that you're going to be able to pick up and do, because it's an executionally inclusive fucking move. You're just not going to be able to do it. You're not going to pick it up and do it day one. You might be able to get a rep or two, but you're not going to go online and be hitting people with the Cyrex Infinite. You're not. You're going to have to practice it. It's going to take hours, and that's just the way it is. So give mad props to No Slap for doing it as much as he does. Mad props to Goku Run as well, because he does it as much as he does. But let's go to Sector. Sector sucks. He's got a pop-up. He can relaunch, but it's not enough. He doesn't get any damage off of his pop-up. He's got the smoke teleport. It doesn't lead into anything. He doesn't have a way. He doesn't get a free hit like, a lot of the cast does. He doesn't have a way to guarantee combos. So he's kind of got to play a game of cat and mouse. And that's the same with a lot of the characters, in bottom tier. They're not guaranteed a hit. They're not guaranteed a way to open somebody up. And that's Sector. Sector sucks. He's just a bad character. Him and Cyrex also suffer from the robot hitbox I've talked about. So he can be relaunched by every character that has, a pop-up. And it's fair game against them when you have a pop-up. You can just start doing combo video type shenanigans and really just going in, and the, Sector and Cyrex don't have really an answer for it. Liu Kang. Liu Kang is a decent enough character, right? Wrong. Liu Kang does no damage. I don't know what was wrong. Maybe, people were mad over Mortal Kombat 2, so they're like, we're going to give him a giant triangle of hair and make him do no damage and hit like a feather. But he sucks. He does no damage. His big giant combo does decent enough damage, but his pop-up leads to no damage. Any situation that makes a Mortal Kombat 3 character a Mortal Kombat 3 character, when Liu Kang tries to do that, he does it poorly. He just has terrible damage, and then on top of that, everything he does is super unsafe on block. So when you go to commit to something, you better hope that you're landing hits, because his fireballs are super negative on whiff, super negative on block, and the same thing when you block a flying kick, he's open for full combo. So, you can do a giant combo to him when you block his flying kick, and then when you block his bicycle kick, you can run forward with a low punch and do a juggle. So you can run forward, low punch lift, run forward, low punch spear, into a juggle and juggle him. The only thing Liu Kang really has going for him is he has the janky hitbox that Shiva does, not to the extent that Shiva does, and same thing with Shang Tsung and Kung Lao, where ninjas can't juggle them well off of a jump kick into a teleport. That's like really what only thing he has going. But other than that, Liu Kang sucks. And then you have Shang Tsung, who just is complete and utter dog shit. Character sucks. Character's ass. I don't care, what pro player or what, aficionado or character specialist you've seen use him. He's only good with his teleports. Shang Tsung by himself sucks. His fireballs are all telegraphable. The minute he goes to do them, he's wide open. So the minute he goes to shoot the flaming hot Cheeto out of his hands, you see it coming. You can jump. You can react with teleport. You can just do a bunch of things. Shang Tsung is a bad character. He's got terrible damage. He's got terrible jabs. He's got terrible run jab pressure. His combos, again, his kick combo, even when you're pressuring and then you're going into knee or you're canceling into knee, his kick combo does no damage at all. So it's just always an uphill battle. Shang Tsung by himself is definitively the worst character in this game. He only benefits from being able to transform. He only benefits from gimmicks. And once people have seen it, it's kind of that rule. It only works once. So that's kind of the problem with Shang Tsung. A lot of people try and use him because he's the worst character in the game. A lot of people try and just flex, but at the end of the day, they don't stay Shang Tsung. They'll transform into Ermac, or they'll land ground fireball and go right into Nightwolf and do like 17 hatchets, or they'll go into Ermac and do a big kill combo. And it's like, yeah, you're not staying Shang Tsung because Shang Tsung is a ball of hot ass. But anyway, guys, that's it. That's everything. Dr. Fun, shout out to you, my brother. I hope you watch this. Hope you enjoy it. Again, this is just my opinion, guys. If you're upset over an opinion, just turn the fucking video off. It's that easy. Walk away. If you don't like something, turn it off. Jesus Christ. Okay? But this video is over. I appreciate everybody that stuck by. If you want more content, more videos like this, I am recording this on my phone. I'm doing what I can, push the content. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers here on the channel, so any type of help that you lovely subscribers could do, share my video, get some people in the community or get some people into Mortal Kombat, go ahead and do that. Like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell. If you have any type of suggestions, any type of videos you want to see, go ahead and put them down in the comments. The worst I can say is no, and I haven't told anybody no yet. So with that being said, guys, I love you. Take it easy. Take it, take it one day at a time and keep pushing. Later.